yesterday I had you guys calculate what bracket you're going to be in and read over the program materials. Watch those 2 short videos about 80-day obsession. So today what I want you to do is use that bracket, after you figured out what meal plan you go into, you're gonna scroll down and print off. I would highly recommend printing it off, taking a picture of it, something so you have it with you where it's easy to access and look at throughout the day, because the first few weeks you're going to have to reference it. By the end of the 80-day obsession, I had it completely memorized. I didn't even have to think about it. I knew exactly what foods to pair together and to eat every 2 to 3 hours and what I had to eat before my workout. So it honestly becomes pretty easy. But open up, so if you're in meal plan A, this is going to be your meal plan. And it's a little overwhelming at first. Like I said, I promise it gets easier. You have all your containers. You have a food list that is in the files section of this app and on your Beachbody On Demand to reference what kind of foods go in each container. That will also become habit. That will be something you don't have to think about after a while. Your amount of foods might be different than if you did another program before. This is a different program. The meal plans are designed for optimal results for that program. So don't freak out if you get more teaspoons. I get an extra teaspoon than I used to. And this is the time nutrition, and this is where it gets a little scary, but it's really cool. So whenever you work out, whether it be in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening, you're gonna base 2 of your meals specifically around that workout. So whenever you're going to work out, 60 to 90 minutes before your workout. And if you don't have problems with eating and working out and not feeling sick, you can eat right before you work out, she said. She gives you that 60 to 90 minutes so that your stomach can settle, in case you're one of those people that can't eat like many people and work out right away. But if you can, you don't have to wait that 60 to 90 minutes. So you're going to eat these containers only. You can't mix and match containers. So you can't say, well, I'm gonna put a blue in here and have my yellow later. That's not how this program works. She's really working on getting you the right food groups to fuel your body at the right times. So you're going to have this meal for plan A, plan B, plan C. They're going to be different containers. So you have to look at your plan before your workout. So for example, if I work out in the morning, I might have toast for my yellow, whole wheat toast, some scrambled eggs and spinach together, 2 eggs, and a cup of spinach. Scrambled together would be a red and a green, and a little olive oil. As I'm cooking that would be my teaspoon. And then I throw it all together. I put a little hot sauce on top, and it's amazing. What, babe? Sorry, 4-year-old interruptions. So you're gonna have this before your meal. And then if you're doing the pre-workout, which is amazing, 20 to 30 minutes, I sometimes only do 15 minutes, you're gonna drink your Energize. And that's just gonna give you that extra bump that you need to get a crazy, amazing workout in. Then you're gonna work out. If you're doing the hydrate afterward, or not the hydrate, the performance recover. I didn't do the hydrate. If you do that, you drink it during your workout. But if you're doing the recover afterwards, you will immediately drink that within the first 30 minutes of working out and have your fruit. So a half an apple or banana or whatever your fruit's gonna be for the day. If you're not doing the recover, your fruit can go down with your post-workout meal. So 1 to 2 hours after you work out, you do your post-workout meal, which is the exact same as the pre-workout meal. So that gets pretty easy. So you know you eat these types of foods before you work out, you eat these types of foods after you work out. And this can be moved around. So if you're working out in the evening, maybe you have this an hour and a half, maybe you get home from work, eat this pre-workout meal, and then an hour and a half later work out, and then 2 hours later have your dinner, if that makes sense. And I know it gets a little overwhelming if you are a super, super early workout person or a super, super late workout person. Autumn says just do the best you can. Obviously, she has designed this to get the most optimal results, but if you aren't perfect, it doesn't mean you're not gonna get any results. If you work out super, super early and you can't eat that much food before you work out, she says you can replace meal option 1 only with this meal. So this meal would come down to here, and this meal would go up to there. So for meal option 1, I did this a lot of times when I worked out in the morning. It could be a shake, your Shakeology, a fruit thrown into your shake, and a teaspoon, so maybe some peanut butter. So I would do my Shakeology mixed with half a banana and a teaspoon of peanut butter, drink that down, drink my Energize, read my devotional, and then go work out in the morning. And then this meal up here would come down here and be one of my 3 meal options instead. I hope that makes sense. I know it's overwhelming. I promise you will get it. Now, for these meal options, whether you're keeping this here or you're flip-flopping these two, you have to keep the right containers together. So you have to keep this green and blue container for this meal. You have to keep the green, red, and orange together for this meal. However, you can rearrange meal option 1. If you want meal option 3 for breakfast and then put meal option 1 down for dinner, you can do that. So these do not have to go 1, 2, 3 in order. You can flip-flop them around throughout your day. But you have to keep the right containers to go together, and you have to eat every 2 to 3 hours. That's the main rule to follow. So I hope that makes a little bit of sense. It's going to take some practice and some time to get it down. Don't let the scariness of you stop you. Don't let the start stop you. So many people let the start stop them, where they're like, oh my gosh, I can't handle this. It's too overwhelming. I'm not even gonna start. Don't let the start stop you. You don't get it and get used to it until you get into it and start trying it. I had 50 people do this program. So if we all could do it together and they all thought it was amazing, then you can do it too. And I have so many people redoing it. So obviously it wasn't that bad if they're all redoing it. So that's an example. The biggest thing is figuring out when you're going to work out, putting these meals around your workout, and then these ones are just every 2 to 3 hours throughout the rest of the day. So if you're eating, she gives you examples if you keep going. These are some examples of what you could eat, if that helps you out a little bit. This is your rest day meal plan. Is a little bit different because you don't have a pre-workout and a post-workout meal. So it's the same meals, but you just eat them every 2 to 3 hours in any order. It can be in any order. Your purple with that recover will go down to that post-workout meal. Then don't worry about modified refeed day, you guys. This is not until week 6, so don't look at that and let it confuse you. Skip over that. Skip over the optional peak week. That is the very last week. And here's a menu planner. So this is kind of nice if you like to plan things out, make it easier on yourself. You have your pre-workout meal. It'll tell you exactly. And if you're in meal plan B, make sure, or C or D, make sure you open up those meal plans so you're not filling in meal plan A's supplements. You each have your own PDF file. So you can fill in all these out and give yourself an idea of what you can eat for each meal. And then she also gives you workout block examples. So say you're wanting to work out in the morning from 7:30 to 8:30. This could be what your day looks like. You can rearrange these 3. If you're working out at 6:30 in the morning, just bump these all up an hour. Change these to an hour ahead of time, if that makes sense. If you're working out midday, this might be what your meals look like. And if you're working out in the evening, 6 to 7, this might be what your meals look like. Some days I worked out 8 to 9 or 9 to 10. And so I had to shift everything down, and I had to think about my post-workout meal. Some people don't like to eat that late at night, but your post-workout meal, depending on what you use for your red, I mean, there's a difference between eating a hamburger and half a bun than there is eating like a light white piece of fish and a sweet potato or something. I don't know. But I mean, you can think of lighter foods, and this could easily be a shake. You could put your red Shakeology here, throw spinach in because you will not taste it, and then maybe have a whole wheat piece of toast with some peanut butter on it as an evening snack. So it doesn't have to be like this huge post-workout meal, especially if you're doing it right before bed. But your body needs that fuel to recover from your workout. So try not to skip that post-workout meal, even if you're working out in the evening. This is what will look like if you're not doing the Beachbody Performance. You'll just move that purple into your post-workout meal instead of having it up with your recover. All right, so I know that's completely crazy and overwhelming. I promise it's amazing. And I will show you a little tip with my phone that I did when I first started to kind of glance and keep track easily of what I should be eating and when I should be eating it. Hope that helps, guys. Ask me as many questions as you want.